Well, we're just about to move on to the women's division portion of Week 18, but before we do, let's hear what Paul has to say about our October tournament qualifying nations. That's right, and as a matter of fact, this is very exciting. Huber Morton and Carl Lang, last year's third and fourth place winners respectively, will be prized the most for the countries of Norway and Costa Rica. So that's a very important note to it, but remember. Meanwhile, Lionel Sang will represent Cameroon, and Tomas Boneras will represent Serbia in this year's tournament champions. So congratulations to all four of our October qualifying nations. We'll see them in 2 months for the tournament champions in Quito, Ecuador. Alright, Brandon! Alright, so with that happy fire in mind, let's present our 8 women's division races for Week 18's action here in Detroit, Michigan. Alright, first we have Diana Chimacha against Mona Hartman and Sydney P. Jonesley. So let's head back to the Emerald Course and present the first race of the women's division action for Week 18. Everyone is on the clock, so without further ado, please start the race! And it looks like Sydney P. Jonesley, along with number 6 and 7, are going to rest. That means Diana Chimacha and Mona Hartman will have control of the opening edge. Looks like number 1 was also going to rest, so he will also be left behind in the competition. Right now, Diana Chimacha and Mona Hartman are going to eat food, and there goes Diana Chimacha busting out on the line. And look at that, Mona Hartman is dancing to the beat. So Diana Chimacha is going to have full control of this match for the moment, and it looks like she is going to be heading for the water. As number 7, trying desperately to get back in this one, when talks with his face, and it looks like numbers 2 and 8 went to rest. So these two switch out will have a lot of catching up to do if they want to stuck up to his game. Looks like number 2 is heading for the water, and number 8 is heading for the water. That means these two switch out are trying their best to stay alive in the game. As number 7, battling to take the lead over the 5-0 Chao, opens up the women's division of Week 18's action here in Detroit, Michigan, with back-to-back fevers. Diana Chimacha defending the lead over Mona Hartman and Sydney P. Jonesley up in the front. As the next appearance was made by number 8, who is trying to catch up to number 7 for the lead over the 5-0 Chao. We have passed the 1 minute mark. Numbers 1, 2, and 6 are battling for dear life all the way back. They are both trying to catch up to the other switch out, numbers 7 and 8. I think one of them should get a chance to stay alive in the game. Which one best going to get us to stay alive? It's going to be number 2, who will get a chance with the next command of Speedbus. Meanwhile, Sydney and Mona are both catching up to our career, Diana Chimacha. Watch out, Diane, you got company. And number 8 will get another turn. That makes his second Speedbus in the race. Good Speedbus by number 8. And poor number 1 and poor number 6 are still battling for delight. Number 2 still trying to find the Speedbus as well. And it was like number 2 passes for 1. As number 6 will get some much needed help. And Diana Chimacha is for the rest. That means Mona Hartman and Sydney P. Jonesley will have to push the battle for the lead up in the front. Now they're going to have plenty of room ahead of Diana Chimacha battling for the lead. And Mona Hartman steals the lead from Sydney P. Jonesley when the next command PS. Now she will have to push to defend the lead when they approach home stretch, which is right now. And numbers 1, 2, and 6 are all going to rest. So these two free switch are going to be left behind from the crowd. Numbers 1 and 2 are getting left behind from number 6. As number 6 leads numbers 1 and 2, and that's where next match PS. And I think Mona Hartman is going to celebrate the victory. Yeah, Mona Hartman holds out Sydney P. Jonesley to win this one, and Diana Chimacha will be following thereafter. So Mona Hartman is still above 500 for the season. That's right, she is at 4-2 with that impressive victory. Well done by Mona Hartman. Back to race number 2 after this announcement. Alright, one of way to start the women's division. That was the side race. Now for race number 2. You got it will feature Sarah Granberry, Tony Griffin, and Lisa Marigold. That is what we have for race number 2. Let's get this over and done with. Best of luck to the next week, D-Bus. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place! Okay, the next week, D-Bus are off and running. looks like number 7 is going to best, so he will be left behind in the crowd. The 3 demons are going to make their way towards the palm trees along with the other Chao, and then they're going to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit. The fruit are touching the ground at that moment. Now they're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like Sarah Grandma is going to have the best step ending, and Lisa Marigold is going to rest. That means Sarah Grandma is going to have the upper hand. Number 6 has the lead ahead of Sarah Grandma. And it looks like number 6 passes one more. As the first superstar against Beepus is number 1, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. He and Tony Griffin are both heading for the water. And right now, a couple of silver charm going west by way of said, yeah. So Lisa Marigold will have to push to move out a couple places. And who will get Beepus number 2 in this race? It's going to be number 6 who gets Beepus number 2. Trying to hold on to the other Super Chao over the bushes. And poor number 2 is getting left behind from Super Chao and Lisa Marigold. And he decided to pause for one. As the next BS we made by number 2, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. And we have passed the 1 minute mark, and oh my goodness, I forgot someone took a shortcut. It's last year's runner-up Tony Griffin. What a deal by Tony Griffin. And number 6 will get another turn. That makes his second speed buzz in the race, but I don't think he got much that time. Oh well, maybe another speed buzz. Lisa Marigold is still fighting to get some wins, but she will probably have to sell one that lost. Oh well, we'll just say she has a lot of fun being an on Chao racing bus. We can say that. Back to number 6, and that was much better the second time around. That makes his first speed buzz in the race, and poor number 2 is getting left behind in competition. Number 8 seems like he also really needs some help. Which one is going to get a chance to stay alive? It's number 2. That makes his second speed buzz in the race, and Lisa Marigold is going last. So Tony Griffin has this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. She is going to dominate over Sarah Grandma and Lisa Marigold. As number 6, who can say sorry now into the body Silver Chao, takes the next cast 4 speed buzz of the race. He can dominate over the body Silver Chao, as Tony Griffin dominates over the Divas to win this one. And number 2 will get a first speed buzz. Tony Griffin dominates over the 2 Divas. Number 6 who dominate over the body Silver Chao will come in second place. And that will be followed by Sarah Grandma in third place. By William said, yep, as Sarah Granberry, well, the next command is because. And take a look at poor number 7. He can just forget about this race. No more speedruns expected for this race, so this race is done. Alright, so Tony Griffin has earned her second win of her second season for the Chao family. That's right, we'll be right back for another exciting race after these messages, so stay tuned. And now here's Paul to tell us all about race number 3. Alright, race number 3 will feature Zoe Bayward, Dorothy Miller, and Marissa Heaton, the wife of Al Heaton Sr. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and we start the race. Alright, here we go with another exciting race here in Detroit, Michigan. As the 3 Divas continue to fight for wins to come out next season, or hopefully make the 2020 playoffs at the end of the year. But they're all winners when we do our Chao racing routines. Right now the 4 Chao venture the palm trees and they're ready to eat the fruit. And it looks like Zoe Bayward and Dorothy Miller are dancing to the beat. That means Marissa here is going to have command of the lead up in the front. And what will Marissa here be doing? It looks like she is going to be heading for the water. As the first superstar against Beepus is number 6. And that was a good speed bus right there, by the way. It looks like, yeah. And number 8 was going to rest. And now number 7 is going to rest as well. So now number 7 really needs a lot of catching up to do. And I mean a whole lot, a ton of catching up to do if he wants to get back in this one. He is going to be heading for the water as number 2, who also trying his best to stay alive in the game, takes BS number 2 in his face. And look who's behind his tail. It's Zoe Baylor. She was pausing for a moment, but now she's catching up to Melissa Heaton up in the front. They are making their way towards the Sapphire portion name, of course. As number 6 gets another turn, that makes his second speed boost to the base. Wow, he got all of it on that one as well. We have passed the 1 minute mark in space. And number 7 is getting left behind still. Number 2 talks for one. As we head back into number 6. Wow, he's pulling off speed boost like a pro. Good strategy so far by number 6. Meanwhile, Melissa Heaton trying to defend the lead over Zoe Baylor as they make their way towards the wall. Let's find out who we're getting next command speeders. And that next speeders were made by Dorothy Miller, who's trying desperately to get her first win of the season. Poor number 7 and poor number 2, meanwhile, are getting left behind in the crowd. But back to Dorothy Miller. That makes 2 in a row by 2 in a row for number 6 and Dorothy Miller respectively. And Melissa Heaton is quarterback trying to get some attention. And now it looks like Zoe Baylor's quarterback. Yep, that means number 6 will be able to catch up with these 2 DUS in a hurry. Dorothy Miller also will have to push about these 2 DUS. And in fact, here she comes with a 3rd consecutive speed boost. Trying desperately for a comeback here. And right now, numbers 2, 7, and 8 are all going to rest. So these 3 Super Chao will be left behind in the competition. Number 7 is really in danger if he doesn't get speeders. I don't think that's right. And here comes Dorothy Miller with a 4th consecutive speed boost. Wow, what a comeback! She made the pass from Melissa Heaton all the way to first place. And there you have it, folks. Dorothy Miller with 4 consecutive speed boosts gets the first win of the 2019 debut season. As number 2 will have the next command videos. Dorothy Miller pulled out 4 consecutive speed boosts to beat out Melissa Heaton to the goal line. And that deserves a anything can happen moment here on Chao saying. That's the first win of the season. There's more coming coming up. What a deal! Well, that was an exciting race to remember for Dorothy Miller. And now it's time for Kelsey Jensen to pay off his shortcut strategy once again. That's right. Tonight, Kelsey Jensen will be taking on Nicole Hamilton and Velma Knowles. Kelsey won last week's Race for the Style. We'll see if she will make it 2 wins in a row this week. Let's have a Chao race! And look at this, Kelsey Jensen is quarterback. That means Nicole Hamilton and Velma Knowles unexpectedly has the opening edge. But there goes Kelsey Jensen. She is running wild on the odds no matter what happens. Right now the free Chao going to shake the pauses and bring down that coconut shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the food, and Velma Knowles is dancing to the beat. And there goes Nicole Hamilton busting down the line, and there goes Kelsey Jensen, now taking command of the lead after going to rest after the start of the race. But I think Nicole Hamilton is going to be heading for the water after she goes rest. Yep, Nicole Hamilton is going to be heading for the water. As the first superstar to get speed boost is number 8, who's also heading for the water, while number 7. And right now, number 6 is in dead meat. He's getting left behind in competition. He's going to be flying towards water, and he's paying off his shortcut strategy. He moves all the way to first place thanks to that shortcut. As Beavis, number 2 in his race, winning by number 2. After being left behind in the competition, number 6 now leads over Kelsey Jensen. And poor number 1 is getting all alone in last place. We have passed the 1 minute mark in this race. And who got next command for us? It's Nicole Hamilton, who makes a pass for number 8 for 4th place. Kelsey Jensen has managed to get back the lead from number 6. But how long will her lead last? We'll find out soon enough once we get to the home stretch. Next PS belongs to number 7. That was a good PS right there. Trying desperately to get back in this one. He will lead poor number 1 stranded in last place. All the way in the back of the pack. Poor number 1 is probably not going to get any help from the competition at all. Nope, it's number 2 who got no turn. That makes his second speed boost to the race. Kelsey Jensen now having a little bit more room ahead of number 6. Trying for his 4th win of his 2020 World to BP campaign. Or her 2020 World to BP campaign. And number 2 gets back-to-back speed bus. And right now, Kelsey Jensen, still with a big lead ahead of her 2 divas. And number 6, she is making her way towards home stretch. She should be able to hold off number 6 easily with a fair. As number 7 takes 8 seconds speed bus, Nicole Hamilton and Bella Dawes won't have enough distance to catch up to Kelsey Jensen in time. How about that, folks? Kelsey Jensen, after quarter bus, wins the number 1 starting race here on Chao say. Well done, Kelsey Jensen. As number 8 will get the next match, yes, but he has no hope for surviving whatsoever. Number 1 is the real deal who can just forget about this race. And Kelsey Jensen can celebrate. That's right, she made me sleepy, but I know she's full power. Coming up, we have one exciting action for you, but first, have a look at this. Alright, now it's time for the diva who went 5-0 last week. That's right, it's Sasha Gispo, and she did a mighty fine job remaining undefeated last week. Tonight she'll be taking on Christina Bennett, who is the wife of Antonio Bennett, and Penny Days, who is the sister of the 2 Days Buzz, Tommy Days and Kenny Days. Let's see if Sasha Gispo can make it 6-0 this week. Please start the race! Alright, so Sasha Gispo going for her 6th straight win and remain undefeated for her 2019 Cinderella season. And it looks like Christina Bennett is going to rest. That means she'll be left behind in the competition for a while. Sasha and Penny are going to eat food, and it looks like Sasha Gispo is going to have the upper hand because Penny Days is dancing to the beat. So this race is all about Sasha Gispo up in the front. And look at that, she's going to be heading for the water. And there she goes, quickly making it to the other side of the water. As the first superstar to get speed bus is number 7, and a couple of super Chao are going to rest. And right now, number 6 is trying desperately to stay alive in the game. He is heading for the water, come on. Yep, number 7 got the first speed bus. As speed bus number 2 in this race will be made by number 8, who just went to rest. Now he has a lot of catching up to do. And right now it is Sasha Gispo who has a commanding lead over Penny Days of the Days Both Sisters. And right now Sasha Gispo is making her way towards the half-hour portion of the course as the next BS win made by Christina Bennett, trying desperately to get back in this one. Penny Days might need a miracle if she wants to catch up to Sasha Gispo in a hurry. But I don't think that's going to happen at all, don't you think? We have passed the 1 minute mark, soon to be 1:10. At the current moment. Great job so far by Sasha Gispo. Let's hope she keeps it up in the only run. And Christina Bennett gets back-to-back speeders. And right now, number 2 is getting left behind in the crowd all the way in the back. She's trying desperately to catch up with the others in a hurry. And it looks like number 8 possible one. He is looking unhappy as always. That means he'll have to join number 2 for dear life all the way in the back. And Christina Bennett gets a 3rd consecutive speed bus, but there's always the rest of the season for Christina Bennett, yeah. And right now, back in front, Sasha Gispo has reached the top of the wall, and she's quickly making her way past the waterfall. She is going to prove the 6-0 this week, folks. Next PS belongs to number 7. That makes his 2nd speed bus of the race. Yeah, Penny Days decided to sleep. So Sasha Gispo is going to celebrate another easy victory tonight. Well, Penny Days will leave the other 6 join us for 2nd place. She gets the next command PS. But there goes Sasha Gispo, quickly making it through the home stretch, and she is going to win right over there. Sasha Gispo dominates over Penny Days to win this one. As Christina Bennett will get another turn. That makes her 4th speed bus of the race. Oh well, Penny Days will have to settle for 2nd place. But it was still a fun season. And who got the next command PS? It's number 7. That makes his 1st speed bus of the race. He leads and wins 5 to the Chao 3rd place. I do believe number 2 should get a couple of speed bus, maybe 1 or 2. There we go. That's the first of them. Let's see if he'll get some more before the race is over. Looks like Penny Days will come in 2nd. That's going to be followed by number 7 in 3rd place. Yeah. And number 2 barely closes this one out with back-to-back speed bus. See, I knew number 2 would get a speed bus every now and then. And Sasha Gispo, congratulations, you improved to 6-0. That's right, we'll have another exciting race after we find out a word from this. And now, Paul, let's simple it up. Race number 6 of the women's division. You said it, Brandon. Race number 6 will feature Allison Stewart, Olivia Thornton, who was the 2018 Women's Division Champion, and Emily Heffer. So, it's best of luck to Allison, Olivia, and Emily on the quest for victory this week. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place! Okay, these 3 divas are trying desperately to get wins so that they can fill up a slot for next season's 2020 roster next fall. And right now, number 6 is Gloria. So he will be left behind in the crowd. Right now, the 3 divas are at the palm trees to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like Allison Stewart and Olivia Thornton are dancing to the beat. That means Emily Heffer will have the upper hand on those 3 divas. And Emily is going best. That means number 6 will have command lead. The other 2 divas will have the privilege to catch up to her in a hurry. As the first superstar to get speed first is Olivia Thornton, trying desperately to stay grounded in the early run, and look who went to rest, all the way in the back of the pack. It's number 7, so now he is all alone in last place, as he takes speedless number 2 in his race, but I think he needs a lot more help than that, don't you think? Allison Stewart now has control of the lead. Ahead of number 2, she is making her way towards the top of the hill, and once she gets past the flags, that's her cue to move on to the south portion of the hill course. We'll see how long he'll keep her lead. As the next BS we made by Emily Heffer. After earning the upper hand early on, Emily Heffer is now fighting for 6th place with number 6. And right now, as we pass the 1 minute mark, number 7 still trying to get the speed buzz, and he is going to get another turn. That makes his 2nd speed buzz of the race. We'll soon know if he'll get some more or not. Meanwhile, it looks like Allison Stewart has a commanding lead over Olivia Thornton, who is battling with number 2 for 2nd place. And Emily Heffer will get another turn. And right now, number 7 is getting all in last place. Number 1 seems like he also really needs help. But number 7 is the real dude who is in danger in the early run. But it's number 2 who leads over the prize to a Chao in 2nd place with the next match. Yes, he is right on her tail from Allison Stewart, our current leader. The other 2 divas, along with a couple of silver Chao, making their way towards the wall as well. And number 1 will have the next command. Yes, and down goes number 7 for the count. Number 7 is still left behind in the competition, folks. I don't think he'll get any more PS for a while. Next PS belongs to Emily Heffer. That makes her 2nd speed buzz in the race. And right now, Allison Stewart trying to wrap things up over number 2 and Olivia Thornton. And Olivia Thornton won next to FPS. She makes a pass for number 2 for 2nd place. But Allison Stewart is going to be the big winner for race number 6 tonight. There you have it. Allison Stewart wins this one. So now she has 2 wins up on her sleeve, trying desperately to come back next fall for 2020. That's going to be followed by Olivia Thornton in 2nd place. As the last speed buzz on this race, we made by number 7. That makes his 3rd speed buzz on the race. So Allison Stewart wins this one, and now she's still in a hunt to come back next season. That's right, a couple more wins, and she'll definitely have a chance to stay alive in the game. We'll soon know if she'll do it again next week. Back in a bit, do not go away! Alright, Paul, just a couple more races for week 18. That's why one of the remaining races will feature Maria Schneider, who is the wife of Chris Schneider, Janice Dufont, and Jennifer Payton. Maria Schneider made Chris Schneider happy during last week's Women's Division race. Will she make Chris Schneider one happy husband again? We're about to find out right now. Good luck to these 3 divas, and please start the race! Okay, so as week 18's action begins to wind down in the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan, we hope that everyone has enjoyed cheering on those superstars and divas so far tonight. Right now, Maria Schneider is pausing for one. What kind of strategy is she thinking? We'll find out soon enough. The other 2 Chao are going to eat the food, and Janice Stefan is dancing to the beat. That means Jennifer Payton is going to have command on the way up in the front. As Maria Schneider with that incredible speed bus wins the only toss by his face. And right now, number 1 is Gordon West. So he will be left behind in the competition all the way back. And now number 7 is Gordon West. And number 6 passes for 1. So these two Chao will join number 1 for the life. And it looks like number 1 is heading for the water. And he'll be joined by number 7. As Jennifer Payton quickly making it to 2nd place, who has speed bus number 2 in his face. And Maria Schneider is showing putting a smile on her fan's face. And definitely on her husband Chris Schneider's face too. She is already in the semifinal portion of the Emma course. As the next B-Bus will be made by Janice Dufont. He currently sits in 3rd place behind Jennifer Payton. And guess who's not looking so happy? It's number 6. He's getting left behind in the competition. We have passed the 1 minute mark at his pace. Well, he's going to get the next command of SPUS, but I think he needs a lot more help than that if he wants to stuck up to his game. Wow, I'm pretty sure Chris Schneider is happy with Maria Schneider's performance so far. She's already climbing to the top of the hill. Very interesting indeed. Very interesting. And number 6 gets back-to-back SPUS. He's still trying desperately to catch up with the crowd. Meanwhile, Jennifer Payton and Janice Dufont are battling for 2nd place. And Janice Dufont is Gordon West. That means Jennifer Payton is going to have command of 2nd place. But I do believe Maria Schneider is going to celebrate an easy victory. Back to number 6. Once again, he's trying desperately to stay alive in the game. And Maria Schneider is safely at the home stretch with no one to worry about. She's going to celebrate another easy victory for her fans and Chris Schneider. Maria Schneider is our winner as number 7, while the next match goes as we go to the rest. Oh, one comes to the chat. Maria Schneider has a number 5 victory to her collection. So now she jumps to 5-1. She's still in 2nd place of the 24 Divas of the win-loss record so far this season. Good season so far by Maria Schneider as number 8. While the next command SPUS, I bet Chris Schneider is proud of his wife. Doing so far in her 2019 season so far, she's doing pretty well indeed. And that's going to do it for this race. How about that, Brandon? Another win for Maria Schneider. Yes, Chris Schneider gave her the thumbs up, and so did her fans. Back for the last race of week 18 after these announcements. Alright fans, we have one more race to present before we move on to our next destination. Tell us all about it, Paul. Alright, Brandon. All that's left for week 18's action are Pauline Carter, who was the first women's mission champion back in 2017. She'll be taking on Sandy McDonald and Rosina Lemon. So after a whole night of excitement and frenzy, who is going to close out our winners for week 18 on Chao 2019? We're about to find out right now. Let's have a Chao race. Okay, Pauline Carter off to a good start as we conclude week 18 races here in Detroit, Michigan. I hope everyone has enjoyed seeing all of the sights and sounds, like the Detroit Lions in NFL, the Pistons in basketball, the Red Wings in NHL, and of course the Tigers in Major League Baseball. But I'm pretty sure they're all enjoying our Chao Racing superstars and divas here in this Chao Racing Stadium. Right now, Rosina Lemon and Pauline Carter are going to be battling frontally up in front, and they're both heading for the water. Which woman will gain the edge? We'll find out soon enough. As the first superstar to get beat is number 1. He is way behind the competition, but it's number 7 who is really in danger. He is going to head for the water. He is trying his best to gain some ground in the only one. As Beaver's number 2 in this race will be made by number 2. Catching up to Sandy McDonald for 4th place. Rosina Lemon trying her best to defend the lead over Pauline Carter as she makes his way to the sapphire portion of the course. And now number 6 will get a turn now. And right now it is Pauline Carter who is trying to defend 2nd place over Sandy McDonald as we make the way past the 1 minute mark in his face. Now they're approaching the sapphire portion of the course. And Pauline Carter trying her best to stay alive in the game. She doesn't want to be left behind competition. She is going to have the next command speed bus. That was a good speed bus right now. She doesn't want to be left behind from the CMMR. Meanwhile, poor number 6 is really way behind the competition. And number 1 transform 1 as the next BS win made by Sam Madonna. And look at that. She doesn't even go to rest. She keeps on going. But CMMR trying her best to defend the lead over Pauline Carter as she climbs onto the top of the wall. Now bouncing from the waterfall. As number 6 will get another turn. That makes his second speed buzz of the base. Pauline Carter better hurry up. She's starting to feel the groove, but will she make enough distance to make pass from the CMMR? We'll find out soon enough. Next Pierce belongs to Sandy McDonald. That makes her second speed buzz of the base. And right now, with CMMR is making her way towards the home stretch, looks like Pauline Carter is going to give a little bit of room to rumble for CMMR up in the front. So, as Sandy McDonald goes for consecutive this time, with CMMR is going to be the final winner of Week 18 here in Detroit. But CMMR holds up Pauline Carter to conclude the winners of Week 18's exciting Chao Instinct action. Pauline Carter will come in second, and Sandy McDonald will come in third. That was an exciting night to remember, folks. But now we have come to the end. Congratulations to CMMR on being the last winner of Week 18. We are coming back to close out on another amazing show. But right now, feast your eyes on this. Alright, that's the end of our show. Hopefully we'll get to see each other again in the near future, Detroit. But anyway, thanks for coming to our races this week, and hope you have a great time with us tonight. And remember, no matter where we are in the USA, make sure to subscribe to the ChaoEmperor channel and ring the bell to get notified on his latest videos. You got that? Good. Until next week, this is Brad Chang signing off. Keep on smiling, and so long, everybody! Signing off. Join us again for more Zion on Chao Instinct 2019. See you next week.